Hey everyone, and happy Friday. So this week we are going to be doing our first DIY video together, and we are going to be making bath bombs. And for the scent of the bath bomb that I'm going to be making, it's going to be a matcha lemon green tea bath bomb with a little bit of CBD oil. So the recipe that I found on Pinterest is calling for 1 cup of baking soda, a half cup of citric acid, a half cup of cornstarch, and a half cup of Epsom salts, 10 drops of essential oils, 1 teaspoon of the CBD oil, and coloring. And yeah, so let's attempt this. Ooh. All right, so let's see, 1 cup of baking soda. And I have a big mixing bowl here that we're going to be adding stuff to. And just so you guys know, I've never made these before, so you are going to potentially watch a massive fail, which makes things kind of exciting. So I'm going to pour this into, I have my mixing bowl here. All right, let's do this. Woo, all right. Level the top of this off a little bit. Okay, perfect. So we got our 1 cup of baking soda. And next we're going to do a half cup of citric acid. So I'll probably go get scissors. But yeah, I'm going to go get scissors. So I'll be right back. Now I have my scissors and can actually get this bag open without spilling stuff everywhere. We're going to do that half cup of citric acid, and you always mix the dry ingredients first. So a little fun fact about me, I am awful at fractions, and I've always hated baking and anything having to do with any type of measurement that's a fraction. So I've always avoided it like the plague. So we'll see how this goes. Trying all sorts of new things now that I have all this free time on my hands. All right, and the next thing is half cup of cornstarch. So we have this here. So this last week, I decided that I needed to go through and make a list of everything that I need for this apartment that I'm moving into. And oh my gosh, you guys, it is a lot of stuff. So I think I'm going to be getting kind of creative and ways to make extra money on the side so that I can afford to furnish and get all the dishware I need. So half cup of cornstarch and all the dishware that I need for my kitchen. Silly things like a vacuum, microwave, toaster, coffee maker, all that stuff that I need that I'm going, oh my gosh. It's a lot of stuff. All right, and the last dry ingredient that we need to add is the half cup of Epsom salts. And I'm doing, so I like Dr. Teal's, and I'm doing the matcha green tea. And so I'm gonna go ahead and measure all of that out. But yeah, I'm getting pretty excited. I went to Target for the first time in a long time, and when the heck did Target get so stinking cute? I feel like I've been out of the loop. Try to avoid Target because I literally will spend all my money there. But I behaved myself today. That's pretty good. But yeah, I'm trying to decide right now because I'm a huge coffee gal, and the family that I used to nanny for years ago got me this amazing espresso maker. But I know I need a coffee maker too, and I'm just trying to decide if I want to do French press or like an actual coffee maker that I can set the timer on, because that would be fantastic. But, alright, so now we are on to the wet ingredients, and let's see here. So, I already pre-measured out the 3 tablespoons of coconut oil, and I melted it in the microwave. And so what this recipe calls for is it wants us to take our food coloring, if we're going to do any food coloring, and this is a natural food coloring. And is it food coloring if it's in bath bombs? I don't know. It's coloring, and it's bio-friendly. So you just add a few drops, and you won't really know how pigmented it is until you add it to the dry ingredients. And so I think I'm going to be super aggressive and make these like pretty dang pink, because I love pink. But you add the drops to the coconut oil, so I'm going to do that right now. I think I'm going to add 10 drops. 10. All right, so I did that, and now I'm going to take my fork, if I can find it. Did I really lose my fork? Let's see here. I lost my dang fork. All right, well, I'll just use this then. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stir it. And stir, stir, stir. I don't really know what it's supposed to look like, but it's kind of funky. It's not really blending with the oil, but I think that's okay. All right, I'm going to leave that alone. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this is a hemp-based CBD oil. I'm going to take this right here, and it calls for a teaspoon. So I'm going to do this. So my skin is majorly acne prone. I have fought it since I was in high school, and now that I'm getting older, I always had oily skin, but now I have like dry oily skin. And the only thing that I found that actually relieves it is this CBD oil. It's amazing. And before I was just using little droplets in my bathtub, and then my mom came up with the idea of what if you put hemp oil or CBD oil in bath bombs. I was like, holy crap, Mom, that's kind of genius. So she got all the makings for these bath bombs, and we've had the makings for a while, and she just hasn't gotten around to making them. And I asked her, I was like, hey Mom, doing this vlog, can I borrow the makings and attempt it for all of you guys? So, all right, right here I have my teaspoon of oil. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add it to my dry ingredients. So add this. And then the next thing that I'm going to add is 10 drops of this lemon, because I want to do, it's an essential oil, and I want to do a lemon matcha green tea bath bomb, because I think it'll be really fresh for summer. So I'm going to do 10 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So I got my 10 drops of essential oil, and now I'm going to drop in my coconut oil right here. Now, I was reading about these online, and what I was reading is that it is crucial that you don't use too much oil. If you use too much oil, the consistency isn't right and they won't mold together. So I'm going to go and grab a whisk real quick, and we'll see how we do. Alright, so I have my dry mixture here, and right now I am whisking it. And the recipe, I was just reading through it, because I did take a pause so that I could kind of figure my stuff out and see if I had done this right at all. Which we're good, I did. So we're cooking, hopefully. But yeah, so it says to use the whisk just to kind of mix things a little bit, but then you got to get in there with your hands, kind of like when you're mixing hamburger and all that. So I'm going to take my hands here, and I'm just mixing everything together, and it is so pretty, you guys. It's pink. Love pink. All right, and the consistency is really good. So it's kind of clumpy, and so it said that you want to go in there and you want to make sure you really break up all those clumps. And I think these are going to be really moisturizing with the coconut oil and the CBD oil. It's going to be nice. Ooh, and it smells really good too. But yeah. Getting excited being back in Portland. It's been quite the transition for me, but it's been a really good transition. Little Addykins is right below the camera right now. She's pretty dang cute. But yeah, so I think my goal for this next week is I'm going to go to the art museum here in Portland, because they have this really cool French exhibit right now. I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to go and get myself a library card, because I realized I was book shopping today, and Pals is right next to the apartment that I'm moving into. I was like, or I could save money on books and get a library card. And I guess in Portland, if you have a library card, they do all of these Like you can get free passes to things like the art museum, Chinese gardens, and all of that. And I was like, ooh, all right. I was always the worst with my library card when I was a kid because I wouldn't return the books. Yes, you guys, I'm that person. I'm sorry. And I would get all those library fines racked up, and my parents would get so mad at me. So like, are you serious? And then when I was in high school, my dad went to go get a book from the library, and he had his own library fines. And oh my gosh, did we give him crap for that. All right, so I have my little metal molder. I guess I should show you before I start just doing it. So this is a metal molder for the bath bomb. And I have really cute ones. I have like little seashell ones and other shapes like flowers and a heart. But I'm going to use the circle one to begin with because I wasn't sure how this was going to turn out. It's actually kind of turning out. So I'm going to go ahead and get this kind of cleared off. All right, guys, so now it's time to mold them. And I've got a system going. So you take both sides of this thing, and then you're just gonna, I have my material in here, all my bath bomb goods, and you're just gonna scoop it together and have it be kind of a hefty scoop, and then push them together. Before I was trying to pack each side individually, you don't want to do that because you want to overpack it and squish. So overpacking it, squishing it just like that. And you'll kind of see some of the material coming out that's good. And you have to be pretty stinking gentle when you take them out because all of the coconut oil is melted, so it hasn't hardened the bath bombs at all. And that's why you want it in a non-humid cooler area because you don't want the coconut oil to stay melted. All right, so we have one end removed. And we have a bath bomb. All right. So now I've got two molded together. Ooh. You guys, I'm pretty pumped on this right now. I'm like, this is my first attempt doing this, and it worked. So, you know, the title on the article was Fail-Proof Bath Bombs. So if I had failed at doing this, I might have been really questioning this whole vlog that I'm doing. But I am thinking that the next video that I come out with will be more focused on ways to kind of get thrifty in Portland. So have it be more Portland centered and just show everyone kind of the places that I go to find things to resell. For me, I love shopping. So I kind of mixed my need for money with my passion for shopping and am running that Posh store that I have. It's going pretty well. I still have like 8 trash bags of clothing from that house that I moved out of, and oh my word. I know I need to get rid of stuff. I'm moving into a studio. There's no way I can keep it all, but I like it all, so it's going to be hard to part with some of that stuff. I don't know if I filled this enough. I'm going to fill this a little bit more. I don't think I like how it was filled. But yeah, so this is my bath bomb attempt. So I'll go through and I'll list the recipe of what I used, and then you guys can attempt it at home. The ingredients are really easy to get. And let's be real, who doesn't like taking a bubble bath after a long day of work? And I work in healthcare, so when I've had a long day at work, the first thing I want to do is take my scrubs off, shower, and take a bubble bath. Alright, perfect. And there you have it, you guys. I have shown you how to make the bath bombs. And you don't have to use the CBD oil. You can also use almond oil, which is really soothing for your skin as well, and it has a really nice smell to it. I personally just like the CBD oil because I found that it really helps my acne, which I don't know if it's supposed to, but it soothes my skin and it helps with that. So I like it. And you can order it on Amazon as well. So, and here is the final product, you guys.